What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We are going to have a special guest today. We'll talk about our Liam's Facts, our top 5 discontinued 90s snacks, our Ask a Sensei, our fight scene, and our joke of the week. So prepare yourself for our Thanksgiving show and stay tuned, everybody. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is True Talk with TRUMOTION, where a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Tony.
What's up?
Well, I did say that we are going to have a special guest, and we are, but in true fashion, once we reveal who it is, everybody that knows him will understand why they are not here. So we're going to get started without him, and then we'll hop him in when they show up. So, but moving on to our weekly recap. How's your week been?
Okay, I got fun stories.
Okay.
I got fun stories. Story time.
Story time. Don't make it too long, but
It's not going to be too long.
Okay.
No, it's good times. So there's people out there that you've gone through an experience with either an organization, a company, a product, or whatever. And after you've gone through that, experience, you're just like, "Oh my gosh. Could this not have been any better? How did you put this all together? Like, this is so cool that everything worked just right." I had one of those this week.
oh, okay.
So my Tesla, there was something wrong with it. The mobile connectivity board or whatever, just failed. And so it didn't have any of it couldn't download the maps on the fly and everything else. And so I got on the app. Now, for those of you who don't have a Tesla, so Tesla has an app that's what you operate your car with and everything else.
Yeah.
They have integrated everything into that app. When I say everything, I'm talking about your maintenance, you can monitor your vehicle, you can do all sorts of stuff with it through the app. So you can actually set up service through the app. So I scheduled an appointment, and it wasn't even scheduled. I told them what was going on with the vehicle, hit the service. They're able to get into the car wirelessly and see what's going on, which is fantastic.
That's cool and scary.
It is cool and scary at the same time, but it's super nice because it's
you don't have to go nowhere.
Well, I don't have to go nowhere. And because everything is logged, if there's an error code that's thrown at any given point in time, it logs it, it records it. And then that way, when people look into it, they're like, "Oh yeah, we can see that this is the problem right here." So you don't feel like you're insane going to the mechanic shop being like, "I swear it makes this noise. I swear it did this thing."
I can't tell you how many times we've done that. We're like,
yeah,
it was doing it 10 minutes before I got here.
And then you get to the mechanic shop and your car's like, not today.
It's like when you talk to your kids, be like, "Hey, show them this cool thing you did," and they do it really good for you.
Right.
And then they try to show somebody else and they're like, yeah.
Yeah. So got it all scheduled up, and the only negative thing that I have to say is that just because they don't have a lot of service bays and facilities to do that, it kind of pushes out the time that you can get in there and get it fixed. Whatever. So the time came up for me to drop my car off on Thursday at 2:00, and my son was like, hey, you think they're, they actually notified me, said that I was going to get a loaner vehicle because it was going to be a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. My son was like, Dad, what? Do you think they'll give you a Cybertruck? I'm like, buddy, that's a $100,000 vehicle. No, I don't think they're going to give me a Cybertruck. They'll probably give me another Model 3, a Model Y to drive around. It's probably going to be around the, a 2020 or something like that. It's, 3 to 5 years old.
Yeah.
Kind of like a loaner vehicle, right? So I get to the place and I just drive in, and the gal was there. She just looks at me and she's like, "Mr. Davis?" And there was other vehicles there and other people. I'm like, yeah. "Oh yeah, we have you for this and this and this and this and this." Knew who I was. And I'm like, that part was kind of creepy to me.
Yeah.
Not the fact that they can hack into my car, but the fact that the gal knew
people
who I was.
Who you were and talked to you by name.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
What did I do? I'm sorry. Just knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, and so she's like, "Yeah, so we got you with a loaner vehicle today." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I just kind of chuckled. I said, "So, what are the chances of me getting a Cybertruck? And she kind of giggled, and I said, okay. I said, all honesty, my son was giving me crap about this today, and he says, see if you can get a Cybertruck. And I'm like, dude, they're not going to give me one. And he says, guess what, Dad? You get 0 of what you ask for, or sorry, 0 of what you don't ask for. So if you don't ask, it's always no.
The answer's always
buddy,
no.
Like,
He's
how do you know this by now?
Yeah.
And so she just kind of chuckled, and she says, I think we have to. I was like, wait, what?
What?
She's like, yeah. And so, sure as crap.
You got a Cybertruck?
I had a Cybertruck for 2
Are
days.
you driving it now?
No.
Oh, dang it.
My car was done yesterday.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's awesome.
dude, it was
How was it?
amazing.
Yeah?
So I test drove it. So when they built that facility up in Ogden,
Mm-hmm.
they had a huge open house. It was right when the Cybertruck was being unveiled and everything else. And they had, because I was on the reservation list,
Yeah.
they were like, hey, come down and test drive a Cybertruck. We see you haven't fulfilled your reservation yet.
Yeah.
And so I went, and test drove a Cybertruck, and it was awesome when I went and test drove it. But again, we only drove it for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now you got a real test drive.
and then I got a real test drive with it. It is huge.
Yeah.
It's big. It's a big vehicle.
I'm used to driving big vehicles.
Right.
I like big vehicles.
I couldn't fit this one in my garage.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just had to park it out.
I had to
So
park
that
it
may have
outside.
sealed the deal until you get a new home, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Like,
much.
oh, I want to get one. And then you're like,
Uh,
I'm not going to get one until I upgrade the garage to
until
fit the
garage
car.
has got to come out like 2 more feet. And so, yeah, no, it was, the ride quality on it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculously roomy and spacious on the inside. Couple of things that I just kind of laugh at because there's no real way to get around it because of the design. One is your dash in front of you is literally like the entire nose of the vehicle
Oh,
because of just the angle
yeah.
of the windshield and everything else. So don't put anything on the dash because if it flies forward, like it's gone. It's
You're like-
gonna be up there forever.
That's
now.
when you get those like extender grabbers.
Yes.
And you're like,
yes. Yeah.
that old people
go to your
use.
grandma's house, grab one of the, and then that way you can go ahead
Hey,
and grab that.
I have one here.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Because, like, I use it to get behind things.
Yeah. The turning radius on it, because it's got active steering in both front and rear wheels. I think they measured it, and it's about as tight as a Honda Civic.
Oh, wow. For as
Yeah.
big as it is?
For as big as it is,
That's not
dude,
bad.
it's ridiculously tight. It's
Yeah.
got steer-by-wire, so there's no actual linkage from the steering wheel to the front wheels at all. So they just have, sensors that are in the wheel housing itself that tell where the
Mm-hmm.
where the yoke is going. It's exponential, meaning like if you're driving at slow speeds, the wheels turn a lot more than if you're driving at high speeds. The wheel only turns maybe 100 degrees,
Okay.
and then that's it. So if you're here, dead center, you can turn the wheel and it'll stop right here, and that's full turn.
That would take me a while to get used to.
It takes a little bit to get used to, and then once you get used to it, you're just like, oh, tink,
Yeah.
and like you don't have to
The
sit
car
there
does
and,
itself.
pull one of those things when
Yeah.
you're trying to make a tight turn. It has the new full self the new update for full self driving, 14.1.
Yeah, that was probably the craziest thing we did.
Oh, dude.
Is when let me rephrase, when the car drove us to California.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
wild.
Oh, dude, now, like with 14.1. So I was just like, when I picked the car up and everything else and drove back to my house because I had to continue working, I was like, I just put it on self-driving, and it was like like weaving and merging in and out of traffic. I get close to my house, and generally when it gets close to my house on mine, because mine's
Mhm.
older, I'd have to take over to pull into the driveway and everything
Yeah.
else and park. No,
It just does it itself.
it drove into my driveway in front of the garage and parked. And
do
I'm
you
like,
think, do you
"You've
think
gotta be
self-driving is going to get rid of car insurance?
I think it's gonna change. I don't think you can totally get rid of car insurance, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think you're going to get rid of car insurance until you can get rid of every single human driver on the road.
Yeah, that's true.
And even at that point,
It'll definitely, hopefully it changes your rates.
it'll change rates. I think it'll like, so for example, I'm renting a place right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have renter's insurance that covers the materials on the inside of my house, you know. And I just said like, yeah, like I know I don't have this much in stuff in my house, but I was like, $50,000, sure,
Yeah.
you know, because that's going to be more than enough. $50,000 of like rental insurance is like $12 a month or something.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid low. Why? Because the incidence of like, you actually having to use your renter's insurance
Not
is
very
really,
much.
really low.
Yeah.
So I think when we get to the point of full self-driving really taking over, just because the numbers are there, as much as people want to yell against it and everything else, I can't trust a computer, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what I can't trust? I can't trust human beings to drive their freaking cars and pay attention and not be on their freaking phones.
Yeah.
So shut your face, you know?
I like driving.
Oh, I love driving.
Yeah.
I do too. But let's be honest. We both live here in Utah. And how many times have you almost been hit because you've got some soccer mom driving a, you know,
3 times yesterday.
yeah, suburban assault vehicle, you know, sitting there on their phone like this, and they're like driving and everything else, or they're like chugging their swig,
And,
you know,
yeah.
trying to get diabetes. You know,
now,
you freaking kidding
now
me?
it's even worse because it's later.
Oh yeah.
So now it's darker earlier, and people don't know how to drive when it
No.
gets dark out.
No. Yeah. So the data on full self driving is extremely strong. It's not where Elon wants it for Tesla. It's what they call the March of Nines. You know, he wants it at least 10 times safer than a human minimum.
Yeah.
You know, so that means that you're going to have to get to the point where your incidences are 0.000001%, where you have to take over. You know,
That's
and
wild.
so yeah, that's why they call it the March of Nine. So it's 99.999, and then it's like, okay, we got to this 9. Now we need to get to the next one.
Yeah.
And we need to get to the next one. And so, it's going to take a lot of data, especially if you're going to use an adaptive AI model, which is what he's using.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there's different technologies, different strategies to do that. You know, everybody knows Waymo and stuff like that. They use LiDAR for their robotaxi grid and everything else that they're using. Unfortunately, you can't drop that into any, you know, city and just have it work.
Yeah.
You know, whereas with the Tesla model, because it's all vision based, and they use the AI predictive model to go ahead and like just kind of like a human would. Like if I were to take you and let's go drop both of us in Dallas, Texas.
Ugh.
Grab a car. No, I know.
Ugh.
I know. Okay. We're going to go watch the Eagles beat the Cowboys. Anyway.
Tomorrow.
Fly, Eagles.
Yep, that's right. It's Kelly Green week.
Tush push.
Yep.
Okay, anyway.
we digress.
Lest we digress. So, if we drop ourselves in the middle of Dallas, Texas, are we going to be able to drive on the streets in Dallas, Texas?
Probably not.
No. Well, here's the thing. Are you going to be able to recognize what a speed limit sign is? Do you know what the markings on the road are? Do you
Yeah, they're a
know,
little
like,
different.
What a stop sign? They're a little
Yeah.
different, but you know, it's basically the same thing. Yield signs are the same.
Yeah, you just don't know the streets.
You're not going to know the streets.
Yeah, but
if you know the map and everything else,
yeah, exactly.
you could follow a map to get to those locations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the reason why is because you have built your own AI predictive model inside of your own head of like, oh, I know I can recognize this sign. I could recognize that sign. I recognize those markers. I know how to like weave in and out of traffic. I know the basic laws of, you know, driving. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that's Tesla's strategy on it. So that way they can like drop their robotaxi network, which my own prediction, and I could be totally talking out of my butt, is within 10 to 15 years, vehicle ownership is going to go away a lot like DVD VHS ownership went away.
Wow. That's sad. I like cars.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's like we talked about last week, you know, about the love affair of the automobile in the United States, so this is slowly dying. I think that this is going to be kind of probably the final nail in the coffin. There's going to be those people who really love racing and really love cars and the automotive experience, and who will have their own.
Yeah.
But I think that there's going to be a lot of people, especially people who live in highly congested.
Well, a lot of the younger generation doesn't like to drive.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh, there they are.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear that? It's the bell.
It is. Is it Santa?
So that's code for moving
Santa?
on. So
Yes.
let's move on.
But I had a Cybertruck for 2 days.
It's awesome.
It was sick as hell.
All right, let's continue on with the show. All right, last week's Liam's Facts was what was the first U.S. capital? And the answer to that question is Philadelphia.
That's right.
Philadelphia was the first U.S. capital. All right, so now this question, it's our Thanksgiving episode. We didn't really talk about that in the intro.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so which Christmas song was traditionally a Thanksgiving song? Okay, so that's the question for this week. One more time. Which Christmas song was traditionally a Thanksgiving song?
Not that Mariah Carey piece of garbage.
No.
Started on it.
So,
I don't even think
let us know in the comments down below or email us at TrueTalkTuesday@gmail.com and make sure you like, subscribe. Now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TRUMOTION in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TRUMOTION merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flexin', wear it proud. Support True Talks and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TRUMOTION merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support True Talks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. TRUMOTION merch shop is what it's all about.
Thank you, sponsor. Make sure you go on, buy a t-shirt, support the dojo. Also, again, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with a friend, brighten their day. I mean, how can you go wrong with our crazy mugs? But moving on to our top 5. Oh, okay. We've got our guests, as you can see. Now you know who we had on the show because it's fitting in with everything we love about this guy. Okay, so Jay, thank you for joining us on the show this morning. It is early.
Yeah,
it is very, very early, but that's the way we like it.
Yeah.
So this week's top 5 is top 5 discontinued 90s snacks. Now, I can ask you guys these because obviously we all grew up in the 90s. Oh, man, there was a lot that I was starting to look through, and I was like, oh, my God, I love those.
Right?
Oh, God, I had those. Oh, so I'm curious to see what you guys like to snack on when you were youngsters, your early teens.
It's funny because
So-
a lot of the stuff that I liked to snack on when I was a kid is still around today.
Shanna brought up one, and they stopped it for a while, but remember Dunkaroos?
Oh my gosh, yes.
They're back. They are
See,
back.
and well,
yeah.
Here's the
yeah.
thing. So I grew up. I don't think I would. Looking back on my life, I was like, I wasn't poor.
Yeah,
And then I look back and I'm like, oh crap, I was. It's like, wait a minute. So like, hold on.
No, you were just middle
Our-
class, lower middle class.
Yeah, we're just middle class.
Yeah.
Middle
Yeah,
class. I was
you,
like,
you
wait
did
a
what
minute.
you had to do to feed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dunkaroos were never ever
Yeah.
on on the menu because they were too expensive.
Yeah.
And so
A lot. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of these things, I think the reason why I liked them is because I didn't have them very often.
right.
That's why I was all like,
See, and we would get every now and then our dad would allow us to pick out a treat.
Mhm.
And that's when we would get like that one special snack. And mine was, I think it was Nestle used to make an Alpine White. It was a white chocolate candy bar. And
Okay.
they discontinued that. And I was so bummed because that was my one favorite
Yeah.
treat. And yeah, they
Well,
never came back with that one.
let's get into it. So, Jay, what do you got for your top 5?
That was the only one that I could think of, actually. Because that was my
Nestle
favorite.
White?
Yeah, Alpine White.
Alpine White.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was probably your number one.
That was my number one.
All right.
I couldn't think of another. I couldn't think of 4 more.
So you just had one.
I just had
You
one.
just have your
Yeah,
top one.
yeah,
Okay,
my
that
top
was a
one,
big snack
yeah.
then. Okay.
Because we only got to pick, one treat, and
Yeah.
it was only every so often. Because again, we were in
Right.
that lower middle class, so it was just
What?
Yeah. All right, Tony.
Okay.
What you got for
so-
yours?
Back in the day. And here's the thing. This is why it's like not necessarily on the discontinued list because the company's not discontinued or not
Yeah.
like closed down at all, or they
Can
didn't
be an
shut down this
honorable
division.
mention.
So Jolly Rancher, everybody knows like the little Jolly Rancher sucky thing, whatever. They made sticks.
I remember
those were discontinued.
Those
Yeah.
are discontinued.
Because they got sharp at the edges.
They
and
did get
stuff.
sharp.
Oh,
on
I
the
remember
edges.
those.
And that's why they rounded
Yeah.
the square
Yes.
ones too.
Yes.
How many times did you guys
Oh.
cut your
Cut my
gum?
mouth on that
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, we used to make
Huh.
them sharp on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, cinnamon, and then they had a butterscotch. Jolly Ranchers had a butterscotch flavor, which was no joke to die for, and it was in the stick version.
Mm,
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
okay, so Jolly
That
Rancher
was-
sticks.
That was fantastic. I always did like, and you can find them today. It's just, I mean, even back then, it was kind of like an
Yeah.
old thing. But like the Blackjack Bemis bubble gum, like the stick gum.
Oh,
You guys know what I'm talking about?
no.
Oh,
You lost me at blackjack.
so there's this gum. It was called Blackjack. I like black licorice.
Ugh,
I know some people like
that's
yeah.
weird. That's a red flag, dude. Sorry.
But yeah, so they had there was the same company that made Blackjack. They also made a clove gum,
Okay.
all sorts of stuff. You can find that at like some specialty shops and sometimes at
Yeah.
some gas stations, stuff like that. So I always like that stuff, and it always kind of reminded me of my my grandparents because
Yeah.
that was like the flavors that my grandparents liked.
Yeah. No. So
You know?
obviously you have a special attachment to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that, and also like my grandma and grandpa always had like horehound candy.
Oh, my
sitting
grandma
around.
loves horehound candy.
I love that stuff. Like
you can get that at Smith and Edwards.
Yep. That's generally where
Yeah,
if I'm
that's-
ever by
that's where we
Smith
get it
Edwards,
from my grandma.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it from there. The other one was it was like a precursor to Haichu,
Okay.
Bonkers.
Yeah, I remember
I
Bonkers.
remember Bonkers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it came in like the bubblegum like
Or Bazooka Bubblegum.
like kind of like bazooka bubblegum type
Yeah.
stuff.
Was Bazooka was the one where you got like a little comic.
the little
wrapped
comic that was
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yep. And the gum was terrible.
Oh,
'cause
the
it was
dude,
like,
it's awful. It was like a brick.
yeah,
you
and
know?
it took 10 minutes just to soften up in your mouth before you can chew it.
Well, and then after that, you had no flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like by the time it got softened enough to chew, it's like no, I'm done.
Okay. So you got those three.
Then there was Yonkers, the popcorn.
Okay. I don't remember Yonkers.
It was in a yellow box with like, I think was it Yonkers? I want to say it was Yonkers or something like that. It was this weird, like almost like a weird caramel corn type stuff. Yeah, not around anymore
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
My honorable mention is, and again, fact check me if you want on this, is I wouldn't necessarily like this was one that's pretty recent that you can't find them hardly anywhere. You could specialty order boxes of it, but Gobstoppers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember Gobstoppers.
Yeah. And so from what I hear, and again,
From
fact
the
check me.
Wonka factory.
Yeah, is that where they made Gobstoppers at? Like they had a fire or something like that
and they
in the
just
factory.
Stop production.
And they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna restart the
Yeah,
factory.
we don't
and
make them.
everything
We don't
else.
sell enough of these to rebuild the plant.
Right, when you're looking at millions of dollars to like rebuild them.
So now thinking about it, actually, so the pudding pops.
Yes. Yep.
So that was one.
It puts
Yep.
the pudding in the pudding pop.
So they did stop making those, or at least I can't find them anymore.
Yeah, no, those are discontinued. That's on my honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, pudding pops.
And then the other one, and I don't know if it's discontinued or not, you'd get them at like the pool or sometimes the movie theaters. Is those big long licorice ropes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like individually wrapped and
Yeah.
you could like whip people with them.
exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about those.
So
They had them at every pool and movie
every
theater.
pool and movie
Yes.
theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was basically like a giant
Giant
solid
red vine.
red vine.
Yeah,
vine.
giant
Yeah.
solid red vine.
Yeah, that oh man, that was a good one.
Which
Yes.
then brings up
Good
the
poll.
question: red vine or Twizzlers?
Red vine.
Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
Twizzlers
honest.
are like worst case scenario.
But I don't know why people like Twizzlers because it's like it is literally like chewing into edible plastic.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
hard.
Like it is awful.
Yeah, it's red vines.
It is awful.
There's one right answer.
Yeah.
Even
Sad
though
thing-
I do like the Twizzler or the strings.
Oh, the
oh,
pull
the
and
pull
peel?
apart.
yeah, because those are softer.
They are softer.
are?
Yeah,
It does something weird to my taste buds in my mouth.
mm.
So
Does
like
something
an
weird to my
aftertaste or-
mouth. It
no,
stays
like
there.
like when I start eating it and stuff like that, it's weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't know this about licorice. Is that licorice is not gluten free? And I was like, it's sugar
Yeah. How could what? What
because
did
they
they add?
use flour
Oh,
in
to
making.
thicken it
Are
up
you
or something?
gluten intolerant?
I am not, but the girlfriend is.
Oh,
Aha.
that stinks.
I know. There's a lot of things. It was funny. Small tangent. Last night we were driving around in the Cybertruck.
So she can't eat anything basically.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff
Damn.
is limited.
Okay.
But
How is
there's
she
this-
so happy?
so here's I'll be brutally honest. So like I was asking her, I was like, so when you found out that like, because a lot of people I don't think, at least people who actually have celiacs, don't
Oh, she
know.
has celiac.
Yeah.
Okay, my cousin does too.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know. It's like, and they just kind of bumble through life. Like, why do I feel like garbage all the
Yeah,
time?
I feel terrible.
Why am I constantly like inflamed and
Yeah.
bloated? And I just like I'm trying to eat, but then it's just like, yeah. And she, and when she was like, I just started eliminating stuff, and I was like, okay. And she's like, I eliminated gluten, and she says everything stopped.
Everything changed.
And I was like, oh, cool. And I, of course, then I asked her because a lot of people who said I'm allergic to gluten.
Yeah.
You're not.
No.
Now, do you feel better if you don't eat gluten? Probably. But
You're
it could be
also
the
locked on
carbs. It
beer.
could be a lot of other things that are going on with that.
Yeah.
But you're not. You don't have an allergy
Yeah.
to it.
Actually allergic.
And so
But yeah, when you like
when you actually have an
your
allergy, and so-
inflammation
yeah.
goes down and you're not sick to your stomach all the time.
right,
Yeah.
both directions, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And so I asked her, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, so you got like diagnosed and everything else, and she says no. I'm like, oh, then how do you know you're gluten intolerant? And she says, well, like I stopped and like all of my GI issues
Issues.
went away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, you should just go get tested. And she's like, do you know what you have to do to get tested?
You got to ingest gluten.
I was like,
huh?
what? For 6 weeks.
Ooh. Yeah, screw
And
that.
she's like, I'm not doing that.
No.
Like,
I'll
I
just-
will just
I'll
rather
just stop
I will just
eating.
not eat gluten and
yeah.
whatever. So anyway, we're driving around. There's this little family-owned diner in Davis County called Sills. Please, everybody go to Sills. So it is your
Our
old
second
school.
sponsor.
Yeah, second sponsor.
Sills.
Sills. It is your old school diner. Like
Oh,
it is
nice.
like you go in there and it is like kind of it's dark, it's not lit well. The food items there are no joke 60s, 70s food items. They make these scones that no joke are the size of my head
Those are
with
awesome.
like
Honey
whipped
butter.
honey butter.
Oh,
It is awesome. And so we're driving by. And my son says, Dad, we should one day we should all go to Sills. And I just looked at him and I'm like, and what's Cammie and Ashlyn gonna eat? Because her daughter is
Yeah.
gluten intolerant too. And he's like, what do you mean? Oh.
they can have a wrap,
The
lettuce wrap
smells.
burger.
And she laughed and she says, well, I've been to Sills before. And I'm like, what did you eat there? She's like, oh yeah, they have like all sorts of like eggs and bacon and sausage and that type of stuff and omelets and
Well, we'll take you to David's Kitchen, and they have good lettuce wraps.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we
Yeah.
go.
That's what she can eat.
But yeah, that was it. That was a funny thing. Like all of a sudden she's like, oh.
All right. Well,
Sorry, small
getting
tangent. Small
getting
tangent.
back to the list. Here's some of my honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, go for
here,
it, Mark. Tear it up.
Here, let me know if you guys remember these. The fruit strings.
Oh,
Where it was kind of like fruit roll-ups, but they were strings, and you could
Strings.
like make designs with
No!
them. Yeah, fruit strings. Kudos bars.
I
Uh-huh.
do
Yep.
remember
I do
kudos,
remember
but they weren't
bars.
my
Bars.
favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all right. That's why it's an honorable mention. The snack bars, the Philadelphia cream cheese snack bars.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, those were towards the like late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s. They were in like a strawberry cheesecake flavor.
Okay.
They were just in a bar.
Oh, it might have been when I was off traipsing across
Yogurt
Italy.
bars, like the Nutri-Grain yogurt bars.
Oh, I think I've had those before.
Yeah,
okay.
those were way good.
Yeah, those
The-
were all right.
The oatmeal, what did I put? Oatmeal swirls,
Nope.
where you
I
had
haven't
the
had those.
like a cup of oatmeal and then like this syrup that you could like put swirls in the top.
really?
Separate packet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I was poor. All of these things, I'm like,
I don't like oatmeal though, so
No, I don't like oatmeal anymore.
yeah.
Pudding pops, obviously pudding pops,
Pops.
and they called them Tato skins.
Oh, yep.
okay,
Yeah,
I know where those were invented.
Really?
obviously Idaho.
It was, yeah. So there was a guy, he owns a company in Idaho Falls. His name's Miles Willard. And he was approached by Nabisco. Like, hey,
Yeah,
we
these
want
are
to do...
Keebler.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean, Nabisco
no.
owns
They
Keebler. Yeah.
obviously took the idea and ran with it.
Yeah. And so, well, no, they approached him and they said, this is what we want to do and we need to know how to make it. And so he has a whole production facility and everything else. And that's what he does. He does like kind of like food science type stuff where he's like, so what do you want to do? I want to do this. And he's like, okay, cool. And they figure out how to do that and everything else. And then it's like a consulting gig and they give it to the company and they're like, here you go. And they're like, okay, great. Yeah. So tater skins and everything else were invented in Idaho Falls. Idaho.
Okay, here's the top 5. Do you guys remember Crystal Pepsi?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Crystal
Yep.
Pepsi.
Crystal
Oh.
Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi. That was the biggest. Oh, the huge rage back in the day. And the pizzeria chips.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I still like the
Okay.
pizza flavored Pringles.
Yeah, the
Those are good.
pizzeria chips.
Well,
Damn,
you can
those
still
were
find
good.
these, but combos.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, combos.
Mhm.
yeah. Shark bites, the little gummies.
Oh,
Don't
see,
they
and
still have those, the blue ones?
It's probably different, but they had like
Oh.
white ones. They had like different sharks. Obviously, the great white one was white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so shark bites. I didn't have those much, but I saw those and I was like, oh god, I remember having those every now and
Well,
then.
and I didn't want to like because you had like the yogurt flavored. The yogurt covered fruit snacks.
Yeah,
You know, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
but is it
Yeah.
really discontinued because they still make fruit
Something
snacks, but,
similar.
Now, do you
Yeah.
guys remember the Teddy Graham Bear Witches?
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember
Yes.
Teddy Grahams.
So Teddy Grahams, they had this line where they would like make basically little Teddy Graham sandwiches with like filling.
Shut.
Yeah,
up.
so you
That
could have
sounds
like
delicious.
chocolate or
vanilla.
vanilla.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, and they were just Teddy Graham size.
the fat kid inside me is really happy right
Yeah,
now.
yep.
If you could go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And then the last one, Surge.
Oh, Surge.
Surge.
The original energy drink.
Yep,
Yeah.
the original energy
Yep.
drink.
I
So-
just thought of one because I haven't seen these around. And again, it's kind of hard because the company is still around,
Yeah.
but the nerds, they used to be called dweebs in the beginning. But nerds in the box, dual flavor.
Yes.
And you
slide
could
on the
yeah,
side.
and you
have
would
either one
pull-
flavor or the other, or you
Yes.
could pop them both. And
yeah, and you
Yeah.
just hold the
mix.
sides,
hold the side, and then you just
and
dump it.
drop it. Yep, those were good.
Dude.
Yeah, have you had nerd clusters?
Okay. I love nerd gummy clusters.
Those are so good.
And Pop Rocks went out for a little while, but
Yeah.
now they're
Yeah.
back.
Now
Yeah.
they're
So here's the funny thing. So people who do endurance races, whether it's cycling, running, that type of stuff, like ultra marathons, you basically take nutrition on the trail with you because especially if you're going to be cycling
Out
for
for
like
a long
100
time.
120 miles, you're going to be out there. If you're cooking, at 25 miles an hour average for 100 miles, I mean you're still like it's 4 hours out there.
yeah.
Okay. And you're burning through, thousands of calories through that. So you have to constantly feed yourself. So they have gels and
Yeah.
like gummy things that you can eat, and they're ridiculously expensive because it's just basically glucose.
Calories.
Yeah.
It's just calories, and you get some electrolytes that come with it. Well, somebody decided to look at the ingredients list on Nerd Gummy Clusters.
And it's what they
And
need.
it is the exact same stuff that is like
Really?
by way of like macros and stuff like they're like it's this much glucose, it's this much your dextrose, it's this much like
Wow.
your sodium's high on it and everything else, and they're like, and it's cheaper. They're like for a full bag of like Nerd Gummy Clusters, we'll pay like $6-7 for it, right?
Yeah.
And they're actually
And dude,
good.
super good.
Yeah.
And you get like, like this one guy would make Ziploc baggies and just pack them, or you can buy like 2 gels. He says, so
Yeah.
either a bag of Nerd Gummy Clusters or 2 gels. I'll buy the bag
Gummy
of
clusters.
bag
Yeah.
of Nerd Gummy Clusters. And then he opens his closet. And no joke, all of these bags of Nerd Gummy Clusters come falling out. And he says, I buy in bulk. Because he's like a big time ultra marathoner. I was like,
No,
But
I
yeah.
wouldn't drink them now, but I remember liking Squeeze-Its.
Yes.
as a kid.
They still have them.
Oh, do
They
they?
still have them.
exist.
Because that was, again, I was
Yep.
like, oh, Squeeze-Its were great.
I haven't
God,
seen them.
you never get enough of it
Yeah,
because it's
No,
like,
because it's tiny little
done.
bottle. Yeah, and it was
No.
gone.
Yep, I
But
remember
no, I
Squeeze-Its.
wouldn't.
Yeah, we still
It's
there's
way
those
too
are still in
sweet.
the grocery store.
Along
Crazy.
with like Capri Suns too. Like
Yeah.
those, I think the soccer industry, the youth soccer industry keeps
Oh,
Capri
yeah.
Sun in business.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, anyways, let us know what your favorite 90s snack was or your favorite childhood snack for you non-90s weirdos. But moving on to our Ask a Sensei. All right. Question number 1 is our slang term. So I tried to keep it as Thanksgiving themed as possible. So I wrote Pilgrim slang, but it's 17th century slang. Okay, so slang term number 1. I gotta because these are hard words. I don't know how these people talk back in the day. My God. Forsooth. Forsooth.
Force.
Forsooth.
Force.
Foreskin?
Forsooth.
Forsooth. Forsooth.
Soothe.
Forsooth.
Force.
I mean, if I'm not saying it right, and Jay's spilling his drink, obviously keep it to yourself. Like nobody talks like this anymore. But what do you think forsooth means?
Huh.
Part of me wants to say it's like a type of fabric.
You wouldn't necessarily be
Something
like
to do.
It's like a type of
It's,
clothing or fabric or something. I don't know. I'm probably wrong.
to soothe somebody.
indeed or the truth. In truth.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're both wrong.
Totally not even close.
Yeah. This one's interesting because I read it and I was like, I don't get it. But we'll see. Dalliance. Dalliance.
To have multiple alliances.
Yeah, it's like think alliance with a D. Starting at Dalliance. It's flirting.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Means you're flirting. Okay, this one kind of sounds self-explanatory, but at the same time, I could understand why somebody doesn't get it. It's giggle mug. Giggle mug.
Laughing your face off.
Kind of. What do you think?
I would actually say like with that one being drunk.
I would assume being drunk too, but always smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a giggle mug. Makes sense when you hear
Yeah.
the kind of the definition with it. All right. Nipper skin.
This is family friendly, Mark.
Nipperkin, not skin.
That's even worse.
Nipperkin. Nipperkin.
Nipper kid.
Close family member relation.
No. It's a small glass of liquor.
Oh.
Nipperkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get the nip. but
Irish.
not the other one.
Yeah.
Nip.
Again, sometimes you hear it and you're like, oh, I can see part of it. And then you're just like, that doesn't make any
Give
bit
me
of
a
sense.
nip of-
You pilgrims, my God. Like, how did you even get anything done?
I have heard of give me a nip of
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah,
yeah.
Never nipperkin.
Nipperkin.
Yeah.
Maybe it started as Nipperkin. Nobody
then-
wanted to kept saying Nipperkin, so they said, give me a nip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Mully grubs. Mully grubs.
Oh. have heard that before. Crap.
Someone says they're a
Snacks.
mully grub.
Oh, no.
Or, man, they're really in a mully grub mood today.
Grumpy, disgruntled.
Yeah, mad. Bad
Oh.
mood.
Mad.
Bad mood. They're in a bad mood. All right, next one. This one, it's a term we use, but it is not what we would think of today. Conversation.
And it's not what we think of today.
It's not like what we're doing right now. So right now we're having a conversation, but a pilgrim would use it in different context.
To entreat somebody.
no
To
Sort of, not too bad. It's how one behaves in society. Conversation, how they have conversation.
Well, I think a lot of these are probably throwbacks because again, like it's
Yeah.
old English,
Yep.
terms. It took me a while, like when watching like BBC stuff, and they would talk about a solicitor, and like no soliciting, I mean, here in America, it's like, don't come sell stuff to my house.
yeah.
No, a solicitor's a lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my
Yeah,
life.
why would a lawyer be at my house?
Why? Yeah.
Hopefully
Why are
not.
you like lawyers are solicit? I'm like, oh, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Lawyers are going to solicit themselves to, steal your money. I mean, take your money. I mean, charge you
Yeah.
for money. I mean, it's
Lots of money.
All right, next
Anyway.
term, dandy prat.
oh, as somebody who's
Fancy all.
yeah,
high and
fancy all
mighty,
hoi
like-
polloi and hoity-toity.
The exact opposite.
Really?
Oh, no.
An insignificant person.
Ah,
So if they're a dandy prat, they are
like the Mormon Housewives of Salt Lake. I mean,
yeah, they're insignificant.
insignificant. No
Okay.
one cares.
This one, I've heard people use this term in my lifetime, and I think I never viewed it as this term or this definition,
Mhm.
but I can also see it as well. Fiddlesticks.
Shoot. Darn.
Yeah.
That's how I used it, or that's
Yeah.
how I was
Ah,
heard.
fiddlesticks.
Like, fiddlesticks.
yeah, that's how
but
I've
it's-
always heard it.
Angry or frustration. The frustration where it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you're frustrated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fiddlesticks. So
Yeah.
angry or frustration.
Huh.
All right. This one, we know people like this. Okay. Fly rink. If they're a fly rink.
Erratic, sporadic.
Yeah, I would probably go say
I
the same
would
thing.
assume behavior as well, but they're bald. Bald head. Yeah.
A ring.
Okay.
Fly rink. I would assume if they had like the clown.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
it's like
the
this is
partial.
the fly rink. So the Joker hairstyle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. This one, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but Gobernul goose cap. Gobernul goose cap. I think
Wonky.
gobber with a N-O-L at the end and then goose cap.
Drunk.
Some people will do this if they are inebriated
Hmm.
or behave like this.
Be
Wonky, erratic,
Foolish.
foolish.
Foolish person.
Good heavens.
I know.
No.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I always like to make fun of like our
You
like this newer
gobbly-
generations, like 6, 7, like that nonsense. Yeah, exactly. And then you start reading the other slang from other generations, and you're like, all right, we're
Yeah.
just
as bad.
recycling stupidity around here.
Yeah.
So, but let us know how you did on our Pilgrim. Go about.
We would have failed in the 1700s.
Yeah, we would have been very bad pilgrim in terms of conversation. We would not have been very good pilgrims.
No.
But moving on to our next question. All right, question number 2. What do you got, Tony?
Okay, so because it is Thanksgiving,
Yes.
okay, and I want to throw this out there to everybody here. I generally see that there's two types of people when they eat their food. Okay. You've got one type of person that everything has to be segregated, segmented, and like separate. Nothing can touch. And then you eat things in that manner.
Individually.
Yeah. And then there's people who choose chaos.
Yeah.
Where it's like it all gets on there and it's like I'm just going to make
Mix
a soup
and match
out of it and
It all goes in one place.
it all goes to the same place, so might as well just eat it all together. Okay, so Thanksgiving's coming up. I'm a little bit of both. Where it's like certain things, it's like, yes,
certain things you can mix for sure.
You can mix and you can have, but then other things I'm just like, like this is going to be a separate thing. So what would you mix and match? Would you want to have everything all on the same plate? And I did see a video of this. I'm like, that is the best idea ever. So instead of buying plates, they bought relish dishes. They were like this big. They were like just this big relish dishes. They had like the center cup, and then of course each compartment all the way around.
It's not necessarily
like
a terrible idea.
The ADD in me was just like, that is awesome and amazing, and yes, I want that because that way I can put the turkey in one. I'm gonna put the mashed potatoes and gravy in another. I'm gonna put the stuffing in another. I'm gonna put the the green bean casserole in here. I'm gonna put the and sweet potato whatever it over here, and then I can put my salad or whatever it is in the middle. Oh yeah. No wait, I get every single and you don't mix because you've got colds.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to stay cold.
Yeah.
And then you've got hots.
I don't put colds.
Which you're supposed to stay
hot.
hot.
Cold and hot should stay separated anyways. But sometimes, like, if you want, it's almost like a sandwich. You mix the turkey with the gravy, with the mashed potatoes, and sometimes even something like a green bean casserole. And then you use your roll or something.
Yeah.
Scoop it all up and eat it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's not necessarily, well, it is mixing it, but,
yeah,
it makes a good little sandwich.
Yeah, I definitely find myself mixing certain things, but not everything.
Yeah, I know.
For sure. Like mashed potatoes is like a catch-all.
Yeah.
Like you can put mashed potatoes and like grab a little stuffing or dressing, whatever you choose to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Some green bean casserole or whatever, or turkey. But I'm not mixing like turkey with like
salad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first of all, who is having salad on Thanksgiving?
No, but like again, if we're gonna talk about something cold, like okay, you've got potato salad.
Or potato salad.
If you got like if you do like a pasta
you have
salad
potato salad on Thanksgiving?
I'm just throwing out all sorts of stuff because
first of all, if you're bringing potato salad to a Thanksgiving, you can kindly see yourself back to your car with your potato salad because it's probably no good anyways.
So, well, here's the funny thing. So this year, so I've got this friend of mine at work, and whenever he does Thanksgiving at his house, like I asked him last year, I'm like, what are you guys going to do? He's like, oh, we're doing Thanksgiving at my place. I was like, that's awesome. What are you guys going to make? You guys, prepping on all sorts of stuff. And he's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? He, no joke, caters his Thanksgiving. And I'm like,
that's lame.
What do you mean you cater your Thanksgiving? He says, oh, yeah, it's great. He says, so I order just a bunch of stuff from like Chick-fil-A, or we'll get like, and he like started listing out restaurants, and I was like,
oh, Boston Market used to make some good
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving stuff.
And I'm just like, but it's like not like Thanksgiving. He says, I really don't like turkey. I think it's dry. I think it's overcooked.
Because clearly he's never had a good turkey.
Well, and
deep fried 100%. Or a nice made turkey.
Honestly,
be good. But
the only way you should ever cook a turkey is smoke it.
Smoked
is good. Smoked.
Oh,
it's good.
No, you've never had my smoked turkey.
If it's slow smoked with juices.
Yeah.
I have never had a dry turkey smoking it.
Yeah.
Ever. Granted, I brine mine
and if you brine it really good.
And I'm going to inject it with butter.
Right.
Spatchcock it, cut the spine out, flatten it out. It is.
That way
I'm telling you, that is the best way to cook a turkey.
Yeah. So
and you just freeze up the oven for other stuff. And
yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So this year, because of events and stuff like that, I've got 2 Thanksgiving dinners that are going to go on this year.
Okay.
And none of them are happening on Thanksgiving. Oh. So one of them's today, like one. And the other one is going to be, I want to say like after Thanksgiving or something
one of
like
ours
that.
is going to be after.
You know? And so the actual Thanksgiving day, we're not, and I'm like, okay, that's going to be like 3 Thanksgiving dinners in a week.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 3 Thanksgiving dinners in a week.
No.
Yeah. so on Thanksgiving, like, and I like threw it out. I'm like, what do you guys want to do? And of course,
let's just chill and relax.
Dad, what's up? we do fried chicken wings and barbecue sauce? I was like, hell yeah. We'll do like macaroni and cheese. Yup. We'll do some cornbread.
So you're having a Southern Thanksgiving.
Yup.
There you go.
So yeah. So I'm gonna I will make my So I've talked about this before. So I've got a sous vide stick. Breville Jewel is the brand and model, and you take your chicken wings and you can season them up and everything else. Stick them in a vacuum sealed bag, seal them, and then you sous vide cook them up to like 165, which is great because then it like carries that temperature all the way up to where like they're totally cooked all the way through, but it doesn't overcook them. And then after they're done, I open them up, dry them all off, because they're sealed in that bag, whatever seasoning that you put on, as they release their own juices and everything else, all the salt and stuff stays on the outside. So they just kind of continue to marinate in their own juices, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And then I fry them. And here's the great thing is that I only have to fry them for like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, you don't
have to fry them long because they're already cooked.
Yeah.
Right?
You're just putting a crisp on them.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. And it is like because again, you dry it because a lot of that moisture is already like brought out of the skin and
Yeah,
everything
And
else.
loosens up
So
the
it's
meat
pat
out
it
the
dry.
bone. And
I do. So I open it up, I pull them all out of the bag, and I pat them dry with paper towels, so that they're like bone dry,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put them in the fry oil. Buddy, buckle up. And then I've got this. There's a barbecue shop next to my house where they sell like all sorts of smokers, wood, pellets, and then like they've got a wall of just like barbecue sauce, more barbecue sauces than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And seasonings and stuff like that.
That's Snyder's Brothers for me.
Yeah. So I got one. I did get a seasoning. It's a rub for like brisket and like pork shoulder and
Yeah,
stuff
I like
that.
the Big Papa rub.
That one's I've heard of that one.
That's really good.
This one I tried. It was called Jolly Roger.
Okay. It's a pirate rub.
Yeah, dude. It's got like garlic, like a garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then it has a jalapeno powder in it too.
You should try some Dano's seasoning.
I love Dano's.
Yeah.
Dano's is so good.
Dano's is
So
great
good.
seasoning.
But anyway, I asked the guy, I was like, so what's your favorite barbecue sauce out of like you've got a wall here. Like
Yeah.
and I don't have time or money to like buy every single one and try out
Yeah.
which one's the best. And he's like, I've got these two. These two are my favorite. I was like, done. And
Great.
had them with I made chicken wings with them once before. Had them on there. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. So that is going to be Thanksgiving.
Well, getting back
Nice.
to the original question.
Original question, like
Are
do you
you-
mix it all or
I mix them
Keep it
at
separate.
certain things. Certain
Okay.
things. Just certain things. Like anything with mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
stuffing and green bean casserole you can mix. Like even turkey. Turkey you can mix with a lot of different things, but and it's not like I'll keep them separate and then you like kind of spoon them individually
Right,
on
right.
what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making like a Thanksgiving
Mush.
hodgepodge mush. Yeah.
My theory is like if gravy can go on it, whatever gravy can go on,
It can go
those
together.
things can go together.
together.
Exactly.
Whatever gravy can't go on,
Then
those
it doesn't
things
get mixed.
are separate.
That's a pretty good law.
Yeah.
We'll stamp it.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the amended constitution.
The amended
Yeah.
article.
It
Yeah.
doesn't quite go along with that, but just a real quick tip for Thanksgiving, because everybody eats too much
Yeah.
and then they feel miserable afterwards and then they complain and say, oh, I gained like 5 pounds, and then they regret it and everything. So at Thanksgiving, if you want, 2 tips. 1, chew your food longer.
Yeah.
So everybody, takes a bite, big old bite, and then chews like 3 or 4 times, nom, 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 and
Yeah,
swallows
swallows.
these big old chunks. So chew like 15 times, actually count out 15 times.
Okay.
And then after each bite, take 2 big breaths. And then take your next bite. I know it'll look weird, but 1, you'll feel fuller faster
Yeah, because your brain has a chance to catch
to
up
actually
your
process.
stomach.
Hey, I've eaten. I've started
Jay,
to digest
Jay.
it.
Shut your face.
I know.
I
it's
will feel
terrible.
fuller faster. No,
I
no,
know,
I need
right?
to shovel as much food in my mouth.
know.
as
I need to
possible.
get as much
Although
food
then
in
your
before
idea
I-
of like having a little bit of each, you'll get a taste everything,
Yeah.
And then you're not going to feel miserable afterwards. Like,
I need to make sure I trick my brain and not being like, hey, dumbass, you're full.
you're full.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get in as much as you can before your brain catches up to you.
You're right.
Man.
No, but that's honestly good advice for those
Yeah, it
those
is.
of you guys out there that are trying to be a little bit more health conscious. Pick a better day first of all,
Yeah.
but make sure
you can do it with any meal.
Yeah,
but-
chew your food longer. Take a deep breath. I read this book from Russell Simmons actually, and it was about like meditation and stuff like that. And he talks about like deliberately chewing and eating your food,
Mhm.
and you'll find that you'll eat less because you're taking your time chewing the food. And then he's like, it's all deep with it. It doesn't need to go that deep, but
Yeah.
you have a better relationship with food.
Yeah. The other one, and it'll be harder at Thanksgiving, which is why I didn't mention it, is don't have distractions around while you're eating,
Yeah.
because then you're not actually paying attention to eating. But that's
Yeah.
going to be hard at Thanksgiving
Yeah,
because you're
Thanksgiving,
having
that's
conversations and all that,
Fighting
which is
with family
appropriate.
members
Yeah.
about politics and
Fist
all
fights,
that good stuff. But moving on to our third question. All right, question number 3, continuing on with the Thanksgiving theme, is what's your guys' favorite thing about Thanksgiving?
Oh,
I mean, clearly, obviously, there's the food,
food is
the
good.
F's, the food, family, football, and fun.
Yeah.
But like, what is it that you guys actually truly kind of like about Thanksgiving?
I used to like our family used to always get together with our grandparents, and we'd stay for a few days, and all the kids would lay out on the floor because there were like 15 of us, and we'd stay for a few days. We'd always go out. All the kids would go out and play football while the adults stayed in and watched football or golf or whatever. We haven't done that for several years because all the kids are grown up and whatnot. But now it's getting together with friends or,
Yeah.
other family and whatnot. That's probably my favorite.
Mine is family. Like
Yeah.
I my favorite thing is like just getting around, again, like the family and friends,
Yeah.
like we were talked about last week, Pie Day and everything
Yep.
else with that.
Yeah, I think we're going to try that this year.
And yeah, dude, like
Yeah.
the Wednesday night before, like
That's where you have your pie.
that's where you have your pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Thursday, like you eat Thanksgiving dinner and everything else, and then you're just bloated and gross and everything else, and you're just like, no, I have to like shovel down this like chocolate cream pie that I really want to eat because it looks delicious,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna throw up, like the Romans do, and then come back and eat some more.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Don't do that. That's
Yeah.
bad.
And so like but hanging around friends and stuff like that. Like I remember my grandpa, my dad's dad, again, salt of the earth type of guy, just an amazing individual, and inviting him over and having him over at our house because I grew up in Idle Falls, and it was my dad and his sister. There's only 2 people in his family. His mom is a piece of work. And she is not classified as grandma to us because we kind of believe grandma's a title. We would also go over to, my grandma Balls.
We'll keep the jokes to ourselves.
She was the lady who took my dad in after his mom kicked him out of the house. And you'd probably think like, well, she kicked him out of the house because he was, doing all sorts of stuff. No, she kicked him out of the house because he wanted to live a better life.
Yeah.
And he was, just kind of, I'm just going to work and I'm just going to have an apartment. And yeah, my grandma took him in, like my grandma and my grandpa took him in. And not only did they take him in, but like all of her kids. Like,
Wow.
one of the comedy parts is my sister and her cousin, which is cousin by choice. I think they were like 13 or 14, and they're sitting there talking and something like that. And someone asked, so hold on, like my sister's Jenna and the cousin is Jessica. So they asked like Jenna and Jessica, like, Jenna, how are you related? Like, so is your dad like, and my sister knew, she knows the story, she's like, oh yeah, well, like, we're not really family. I mean, it's, Joyce, took us, took my dad in and everything else. And, and we've just been kind of like that type of family ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Jessica was like, what? And she's like, well, yeah. She's like, no. We're related. Like Farron, my dad, is Joyce's son. Like, my dad and your dad are brothers.
Technically not, but
My sister's like,
No.
no, we're not. Dude, she got so pissed, went to her mom. And was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Blah, 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 blah. So
Yeah.
anyway, awesome lady. But we'd go and again, have family with her. And then all of, the people would come in for that. Like, just getting around, having good food, spending time, ever since I was a kid. Like, even when I would work at Albertsons, and I would have a deal that I would work Thanksgiving Day, and then I would get Christmas Eve off.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And every single year, so I worked from 7 to 4. And it would be nuts,
Yeah.
But, but then I'd get home and everything, bring everybody together. Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No.
love
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely just kind of echoes what everybody else has been saying. But more importantly, it's like that. Even though you should be thankful every day, but it's that good reminder that we always need to make sure we're thankful for more than just like waking up. It's like we need to be thankful for everything, because this is always kind of a tough time for Shanna. Because in fact, tomorrow is the anniversary of her mom's passing. She passed away 26 years ago.
Oh, wow.
On the 23rd. So again, that's just one of those subtle reminders that we always think that we're going to get tomorrow, and we always go to bed planning on fully waking up the next morning. But I mean, it truly is a gift to wake up every morning and try your best and to work hard and to develop and cultivate those relationships with the people that truly matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Be
it's-
thankful for those we still have with us. and
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Thankful for the time we had with
So
those
I
that
always
aren't.
have a really hard time when I hear about people that don't communicate with other people because they're mad at them or they've done something. And I know people that I know specifically that are like that. And you're just like, good Lord, you were just wasting an opportunity and you're robbing someone else of an opportunity. So that's one of that really kind of gets me going with that stuff. So Thanksgiving, yeah, it's an opportunity to be thankful and spend time with the people that you care about. If that's family, hopefully it is. Truly be grateful for those family members. And if it's friends, truly be grateful for those friends. But really taking the time, and it sounds so cliche and dumb, but it needs to be said. But like, really counting your blessings. Be like, my goodness, like us right now, we're chatting about nonsense, and it's like. Okay, like I'm very grateful for the opportunity to chat about nonsense and like get together with people that I've known for a long time. So really don't take for granted the people that are in your life daily, even though that familiarity breeds contempt. Man, because it can be snatched away at any moment. So,
Well, and I mean, the thing that you brought up, familiarity breeds contempt. It's really kind of funny because every once in a while, like the algorithm for Instagram and stuff for me has changed over the past, 3 to 4 months, which has been funny to watch. Go figure. But every once in a while, the old algorithm sneaks back in, and it brought something up, and I thought, and when I first listened to it and read it, I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly how it is. And then just because of the mental state that I'm in right now, I changed it to be like more introspective.
mm-hmm.
And it was, the saying was, she'll be nice to everybody at work. She'll be, she'll put a smile on her face, and she'll be kind to everybody else around her. But when she comes home, she's cold. She's just, kind of like goes through that whole entire same thing to you and I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Like, out of all the people on the face of the earth that you should be loving and kind to, like your spouse should be that person, but yet for some reason it's inverted because of that familiarity breeds
Mm-hmm.
contempt. You know, it's like you think about it, it's like you go out and you'll do all sorts of things for all sorts of other people. You'll be kind. You'll go out of your way for people who you don't even know because that's your job or that's what we have to do. But yet the people that should mean the most to us, you know, push them off to the side, do all that. And I almost wonder if it's because we have a problem being grateful and being appreciative just as being humans.
And I think
Complacency.
I
It
think
could
we
be
also
that.
think that they'll always be there.
Yeah. Very good
Oh,
point.
I always
Yeah.
have tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's like, well, they're like, we made this commitment. They'll never leave. Well, if you continue to treat them like garbage,
Yeah.
why would they want to stay?
Why would they want to be with you?
Yeah.
You know.
So it's definitely don't take for granted the people closest to you because it's very easy, especially when you spend so much time with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need to go out of your way to be like, hey, how was your man? I'm really happy to see you.
Yeah.
Even if you had the worst day. That's honestly why I love dogs.
Oh yeah, they're always.
It's and you need to. It's crazy to say because anytime you're like you need to act like a dog, everybody always takes it like the wrong way. No, like how excited is your dog to see you when you get home?
Time.
Like, oh my god, I got to tell you about the day that I just had. This is amazing. You're home. Like they're so excited to see you, and yet when we see the humans in our lives, we're just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So like greet the people in your life like your dog greets you. Guarantee you'll be much happier.
Yep.
But moving on to our fourth and final question. All right, question number 4. What do you got for us?
So question number 4 is this. Now, of course, we do have Thanksgiving coming up next week.
Yep.
And then, of course,
It's the week of the airing of this recording.
the week. The week of the.
It's in 2 days.
Thanksgiving's in 2 days, guys.
2 days. Yeah, not next week. It's in 2
Eh.
days. In 2 days. Yes.
2 days. I screwed that up.
That-
And again, this kind of like flies in the face of, you know, some things, but got the day after Thanksgiving sale.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody have anything that is like on their list of like, I really want this, you know, like what is on the sale du jour for like day after Thanksgiving or Cyber Monday or like, you know, Thanksgiving sale week, whatever. You know, what is on that list of like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get this. And again, we're old, so the answers might be like more like old people stuff, like, oh yeah, like there's this sale on a couch at RC Willey. I'm gonna get a new couch, you know, like they got a washer and dryer set.
Yeah.
Good hell, like $800 off.
Yeah, lame.
It's lame. It's not like, oh no, like, yeah, I'm buying myself my like a big screen TVs and getting surround sound.
We did that a couple of years ago. By a couple, God, it's more like 6 years ago now, where Shanna saw a good deal on a TV at Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, it's like $600 off. Like, hell yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
And we spent like $800 of the shit that we broke while we were putting it together. I was like, good Lord. So we get it, and it's bigger, so the wall mount that we have doesn't accommodate
Doesn't
it.
fit.
Oh,
So
so
you
we
gotta
have
get
to
a
get a
wall
new
We
wall
had to
mount.
get a new wall mount. And then as we were moving the entertainment stand thingy away, Jamin pulled it a little too hard. Not his fault, but it bent the HDMI cable on the receiver.
Oh.
So now there's no signal going up to the TV. So then we had to go back and spend like $800 on a receiver.
Oh.
Then we plug it in, and then the sub goes out.
Oh.
And then we had to go buy a new sub. I was like, this goddamn TV, all the money we saved, we spent more in the shit that broke on it.
Oh,
But no, it's funny now that we're again getting older. It's like I don't even look for me. It's like, okay, what did the other people want? Is that on sale? Okay, we're buying that on Black Friday.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
Maya wants to, like we do. Normally we travel for Christmas,
Yeah.
but we're not traveling this year. So we're doing just like a gift exchange where we draw names and then that's who you buy for, and it's like
nice.
like $100 and you just buy one thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't put a whole lot of stock in like waiting for one day to buy stuff for people. It's like if we see it, it's like, oh, I thought of you here. I got you. Then.
Right.
Yeah.
So Maya wants headphones, so She sent me a link, and it's like, okay, I think they're on sale. We'll get it for Black Friday. So I try to look for things to buy other people on Black Friday. Because I'm just like, oh, hey, I like this. I'll just get it.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm like the worst person to shop for. So chances are I may have already bought it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, same here.
Yep.
Same here.
So I'm not buying really anything on Black Friday. I'm watching the football game.
So I'm going to buy probably a headgear because I've had the same headgear for years. And I'm going to buy that here at the dojo because they're really nice.
Got new gel headgears.
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't expect to buy, and it was way too expensive, was some pennies. Pennies, because they stopped minting them.
Yep.
And I tried to get some at the bank that were 2025 and couldn't find any after buying dozens of rolls.
Yeah, Maya talked about this last night. We talked, and people are freaking out at banks. Like they're coming in and they're trying to buy.
Some of them won't even give them to you unless you have like a business account or something.
Maya said that. She goes, we'll have old people come in and try to buy 25 rolls of pennies.
Oh, yeah. And they won't. They'll give you maybe a couple rolls or something. So I had to go to like multiple banks to get a couple rolls at each bank and stuff like that. And had my fiance go and get some and just random stuff. Still couldn't find any, so went online, bought some. But interestingly enough, the only ones in circulation are the Denver and the Philadelphia. The San Francisco Mint didn't release any for circulation. They only printed a couple 100,000, and they were only in proof sets.
Oh, really?
And unless you knew that and bought them really early,
Yeah.
they're rather expensive. And then I should have bought them when they were not very expensive, and I was like, I can get them in a couple days,
Right?
And didn't. I was like, holy crap, they went up a lot.
So how much did you spend for a penny?
I won't say.
So let's just say it's probably 1,000 times more than it's worth.
Way more. Well, for two,
than what the value was.
I'll say for the Denver Mint full roll and for the Philadelphia full roll, it was almost $50. And then for a single San Francisco one, it was more than 4 times that amount.
For a penny.
That I
Hopefully
never
bitch
thought I'd
goes
buy
up.
a penny for that much.
Well, I mean, it's got nowhere to go. Like why would it?
Yeah.
It's not going to decrease in value. I mean,
Oh,
it could
yeah.
decrease in value if everybody just all of a sudden didn't want to.
if
have it
if they
anymore,
didn't
but-
want them anymore. However, they're never going to mint again.
Yeah.
And I do collect coins anyway, so
Okay,
either
it
way,
fits.
I will want it and plan on passing that along with some gold and silver and some other guns to my kids and whatnot. So anyways, I was kicking myself for not buying it early, and my fiance was rather sweet and bought us both a 2025 San Francisco penny.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
"Aw,
What
thank
about you? What are you getting? Are you getting anything?
Sanity.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Good, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. I know, right? I know. Actually, like I'm pretty much gonna I'm just looking for stuff to get my kids for
Yeah.
Christmas and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
again, I'm with you. Like if there's something out there that I want, I just go out and buy it.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people that also I will sit on that fence of I can go out and buy something or I can have the money in my account. Which would I rather have?
Well, and every relationship has the buyer and saver.
Right.
Yes,
Well, and that's the
so-
thing. I feel like both of those people live inside me.
Yeah.
You know, that the buyer and the spender are both inside me. Or is that the buyer and the spender? The buyer and the saver are both inside me. Because there'd be times it's on certain things I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go buy it. And there's other things again, there's the new Terran Tactical Canic in the smoke color and everything
Yeah, I
else.
saw those at Ready Gunner.
So sick.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
Those are
send me
nice.
a link. I'll check
dude,
that
yeah,
out.
dude, it's awesome. But you can get it with the Red Dot site, and it's like $1,200.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
and I'm like, and I have the money set aside for that. And I was like, yeah, I was just gonna go up to Gallinson's, put an order in if they didn't have one, in stock. And then every single time that I get to that point of I think I'll go do it. It's I think I'd rather just have the money in my account. I'd rather just
gun.
have the money. I think I'm going to invest it. I think I'm going to do this with it. And so,
See, and I try to like divide mine up. I put so much into an investment for the future, and usually that's more like 80%, and then I leave myself like 20%. Okay, I can use this.
Well, and that's the crazy thing is that I'll even do that.
Yeah,
and still at the end of the day, like on certain items, I'll be like,
have...
I'd rather not.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, man up and just buy it.
I know,
especially if it's something that's practical. You know.
Oh, that's not practical. I mean, you know how many like 9mm handguns?
It's not practical. It's tactical.
I wasn't specifically talking about that necessarily, but I do buy a lot of camping and guns and things.
Oh, camping? Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have all day to talk about your tangents.
I know.
Come on
Small
now.
tangents. Speaking of which,
I
found there's this guy, Korean guy, who goes camping and stuff I guess throughout Korea. And he uses like inflatable hot tents.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Like, and there's like no talking.
He's not camping. He's just.
Dude, it is no joke. Like he builds a house, like
It's warm. He has a generator. He has a TV. He has a stove.
Oh, wow.
He's got like a wood stove. He has like this little.
And he'll go in like the dead of winter or it's
raining.
I want to get to that point.
And it's like snowing. So I looked up one of those tents.
Yeah.
Yeah, $3,000.
Yeah. No thanks. I don't want that much. But all right, moving on to our. It's going to be a pretty easy fight scene this week. But moving on to our fight scene. All right, this week's fight scene, I'm just putting it out there. It's going to go 3-0. I don't even care. It's a pilgrim versus a redcoat.
Oh, done.
The pilgrim all day long because we've already had this.
We've already
done
that.
this route. So I'm not even going to go into home field. Well, I mean, granted, if we were fighting in England, maybe, but
maybe,
dude, not even because do you know what we would do? We would just like go up. We'd get both of their neighbors and say, "Hey."
I know you guys don't like them. Do you want to team up for a minute?
Yeah. Like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll let the Scottish wear the kilts. We'll let the Irish get drunk before noon. And then let's just go ahead and storm London. Anybody want to come with us? And like both of those countries would empty out and be like, "We're with you.
We're going.
Let's do this."
And then if we really want to get spicy, knock on France's door.
Yeah,
and be
we'll call the French.
Do you want to mess up the English one last time?
And all the redcoats are going to line up in those tiny little streets with their muskets.
Yeah.
And everybody else is going to come in from
exactly.
around.
I would say we'll go through the rigmarole of like home field, then just in a cage, but I already know everybody's answer. It's 3-0. Sorry, British people or the UK. I wouldn't even say UK, just say like England, Wales, all that stuff. Yeah, you guys are getting your ass kicked. So
looks like someone needs some freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Taste this freedom. Exactly. We'll Braveheart you. But so 3-0.
Done.
Redcoats get their butts kicked. Sorry, guys. Not sorry, but
no.
Sorry,
happy Thanksgiving. So moving on to our joke of the week. Did you bring a joke this week, Tony?
Dude.
No.
Because the jokes I have are not appropriate for podcasts.
This is true. Maybe we'll have a pay-for-play jokes from Tony. But all right, my joke for this week is, can a turkey jump higher than the Empire State Building? Of course it can. Buildings don't jump.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Good. So that's the joke for this week. Again,
Nice.
try to keep it Thanksgiving themed, but if you don't like it, then apparently you don't have a sense of humor.
Yep.
But moving on to our shout-outs. All right, anybody you want to shout out?
Dude, I am going to shout out the Tesla service team and everything else for this week because it was a dream to just I just dropped off my car, everything else. It was all fixed. I got to drive a Cybertruck for 2 days. I kind of looked at it. I was like, and again, they quoted me the price, this is how much it's going to be. And they didn't have to do all of the work that needed to be done. So it was half the price. And so
That's always
basically,
fun.
I kind of looked at it as oh, okay, I got to drive a Cybertruck for 2 days and my car was fixed for free in essence if I was to rent the Cybertruck. Because I think it only cost me $300.
That's nice.
And I was like, I got to drive a Cybertruck for 2 days.
Nice.
I'll take it. So
Deal.
shout out to the Tesla
Tesla
service team.
There you go.
They just did a great job.
Jay, anybody you want to shout out?
I would say my fiance, just because
She got you the expensive penny.
because I wasn't sure I was gonna buy it,
Yeah.
and then I was kicking myself in the butt for not buying it when I should have, and
Yeah.
it was kind of a surprise.
Oh,
She's
look
like,
at
"I
that
got us both one."
Oh,
I was
that
like,
true love. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
you sap.
I was like,
But,
"Thanks."
like, shout out you, Jay, for waking up early and joining us.
Oh,
and,
Jay, yeah,
and
Jay
shout out-
woke up this morning.
Yeah.
The fact that I
Oh
woke
man,
and he was here semi on
Yeah,
time.
What?
Yes. He was on Jay standard time.
my standard.
JST.
JST. So shout out Jay and shout out Sarah for waiting patiently
Sarah. Sarah.
and everybody that came and did this Thanksgiving sale and all that good jazz. So shout out to all those people and moving on to our final thoughts. All right. Any final thoughts you want to leave the people with, you guys?
Not that I can think of. Just remember the suggestion for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the eating.
Chew longer.
Chew longer.
Take a couple deep breaths.
Deep breaths.
And have fun with family or
Try to
friends.
avoid distractions.
Avoid distractions if you can.
If you want to have a good Thanksgiving, don't talk politics. Talk like
don't get
sports.
stressed
Yeah.
during Thanksgiving.
have fun with
Yeah.
it. Like you can talk that nonsense all the other days.
Yeah,
Like, I
try and
don't-
keep
yeah.
it pleasant, friendly.
Watch some football. Watch the Cowboys get their ass kicked. So, yeah. Any final thoughts from you,
yeah.
Tony?
Like again, kind of all funniness and jokes aside, really take advantage of the fact that you've got the people around you that you do.
Yeah.
You may, like, again, we talked about it. You may think that like all these people are going to be around me forever.
No.
I don't have to be nice. I don't have to be this. I don't have to be that. Like I'm frustrated. I'm cranky. I'm whatever. You know, eventually, like they might not be there.
Or unexpectedly.
You know, or
Yeah.
or unexpectedly,
Yeah.
or
we know that all too well.
I mean, those of us who have kids, it's like, dude, my son's 15, and
yeah, he's going to be moved out before you know it.
oh, dude,
It's
and
gonna
like
be wild.
I will have maybe 3 more, Thanksgivings with him.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
Yes and no. I know the thought process.
yeah. And because I know his plan. Like he's already told me, he's like, yeah, this is my plan and everything else. He's very much determined. He's freaking killing it in school.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that he's going to get like scholarships and accepted into whatever university he wants to go to. He's very independent as a person.
Yeah.
And so I get like maybe 3 or 4 Thanksgivings with him.
Yeah.
I get 3 or 4 Christmases with him.
Yeah.
I get 3 or 4 holidays with him. And so anytime that he wants to like hang out and sit around with me and everything else, it's like I'm painfully aware of that right now.
Yeah.
And again, and that's just my son. But think about it by way of like, how many times have you talked to your parents?
Yeah. How many
You know,
more
for those of us
Thanksgivings?
who still have parents around,
Yeah.
how many more Thanksgivings are you going to have with them?
Yeah.
What about your brothers,
It-
your sisters?
It took until losing my father to realize they could go
Yeah.
anytime unexpectedly
Yeah.
before I built that bridge with my mom and was like, I'm going to see you every week
Right.
Yeah.
just because you just
right.
never know.
It's crazy because Shanna really taught me that too, because she had a rocky past with her dad. And when she lost her mom, she goes, I can either choose to hold all these things against him and hate him, or I can have no parents.
Yeah.
Because I've already lost one. I don't want to lose both of them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
she worked really hard to rebuild her
Bridge
relationship
that.
with her dad. And they do great now.
Yeah.
And like I hope he comes over on Thursday. And yeah, it's don't take for granted the people that are with you the most. So
And it's one of those things that I think this is just a human condition thing. I don't think it's like male or female or Western, Eastern
Yeah.
culture.
yeah.
But to take accountability of when you yourself are being the asshole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just being like, you know what?
Take a look in the mirror.
Take
Be
a
like,
look in the
"Man,
mirror.
I
Take a
screwed
look in the
that up."
mirror. Like,
Yeah.
Am I the one causing the problem?
and honestly, that's one thing that, because of the divorce and everything else, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of happened that I've had people look at me and say like, oh my gosh, if my kid would have done that, I would have lost my shit, or like my parents would have lost their shit. Like there's
Yeah.
one day that like I got all the way down to my office in, Salt Lake, and Landon texts me, Dad, You drop me off and everything else. I put my backpack and violin in the back of your car. And because I had to drop them off at home because I needed to be in the office early that day. So I dropped them off at their house at like 6:45 in the morning. I get down to work. It's not like 7:30. He texts me because he's trying to get on the bus and everything else and can't find his backpack and violin because it's in the back of my car. And it was something that was out of, and I had a moment where I was like, dude, no, like you forgot your violin and your backpack in my car. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Not my problem. Wiser heads prevailed.
Hell yeah.
Sort of.
Because I just sat there. I was like, you know what? It wasn't a regular routine.
Yeah. It's not a
All of this
constant.
is brand new for him. All of this is brand new for me. I went to my boss. I'm like, I've got this going on. I've got this inspection I've got to go do. And then I've got to leave to drop off this stuff for my son back to school. Just FYI.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, nah. I said, no. She's like, you're dealing with this really well. I said, again, just like Shanna said, I can choose to be mad and angry, or I can just take care of the situation and move forward with my life. And I'm going to do that.
So stay cool, calm, and collected.
And again,
enjoy your family.
Yeah. And again, it kind of comes down to like, if you think about this, if you have that thought process of like, this person will not be with me forever.
Yeah.
How would you treat him today?
Exactly.
So Thanksgiving, think about that when you're sitting around eating turkey and mashed potatoes and blueberry pie with ice cream.
Yeah. But have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for kicking it with us, and we will see you next week.
Have a good one.
See you later, guys.